So thanks for jumping on and welcome everybody. Today is going to be an amazing day. We are recording and we are live. So welcome again to the fourth annual Sales Development Conference virtual edition, and very excited to welcome everyone on board. This is the gathering of the tribes for the sales development community. And we are coming in hot from all over the world. We've got people obviously here in Silicon Valley, across the United States, across North America, South America, Asia, Europe. We just appreciate everyone's interest in this and jumping on. We're super excited. So welcome aboard. And if you haven't, head over to the agenda. We have an amazing group of speakers today and sponsors. First and foremost, I want to thank all the sponsors for making this happen. The platinum sponsor, Drift, along with all the gold sponsors and silver sponsors for helping us out, making this happen, and pulling all these top thought leaders together that are on the agenda. We just could not have done it without you. And also, obviously, a big thanks to the sales development team and the marketing team here at Tenbound for putting this together. A lot of work, and we're just excited to be able to bring this to you. Portland, Maine, and Israel in the house, coming at you. All right. So what are we going to be talking today? As you're looking over the agenda, look for the trends. We did an informal survey a few weeks ago looking for what are the top 10 trends that we're seeing across the sales development industry right now, and how can we make sure that we target the information that we have here at the conference to what's actually going on. So a few things that I just definitely want to make sure that we highlight is the whole, obviously, managing the virtual teams, managing virtual SDRs, something that was almost unthinkable just a few years ago. Now we have an entire generation of sales development teams out there at home making it happen. How do we do this? What are the best practices? Who's doing it right? So we've got some great content on how do you actually lead and manage in this new environment. And then when you're thinking about how do you plug holes in your program, there's so many different aspects of sales development that you need to think about. And there's a whole universe of outsource SDR companies that are cropping up. It seems like a new one every day that plug holes in your program. So how do you either backfill or help to make sure that you make your number by using some of those type of programs? We have what in the last few months has gone from really a job seekers market to an employer's market. There's been a lot of layoffs at some of the biggest companies, so there's a ton of great talent out there in the marketplace, people that are absolutely amazing that just are caught up in this madness. And so it creates an amazing opportunity for all the leaders on the call to start to talk to people that are really outside of the whole stereotype of sales development, but can make a huge difference to your pipeline. So we look at that as a huge opportunity right now. We've got content of personalization. I mean, how do you do this in a way that's timely and makes an impact, but you can actually scale it up? There's some great material on that. And something that I'm really excited about is you're seeing more and more sales development leaders are getting a seat at the table at the executive level. Just the other day, I was approached, anybody who listens to the podcast, and Maria Pergolino at Active Campaign is looking for a vice president of sales development right now. So we're talking vice president level professionals are going up in this marketplace and making a huge impact. Brian Vidal, who's one of the speakers today, vice president of sales development at Zoom Info. There are opportunities that we're seeing that like never before in our industry. So it's an amazing time. There's boot camps springing up. They can take someone from a raw recruit, just out of college and get them into a great SDR jobs. There's communities for the SDR, and sales development world springing up every day. It seems like a new one. There's the classic ones. There's paid communities that offer coaching. There's free ones. It's just the support there is amazing. And then there's also a whole generation of gurus and coaches that are available to help make sure that your sales development program is working and you have the training and support that you need, even if your company doesn't, support that. It's all online. It's all available. And something that I'm super excited about is how we talked about this last year, but the alignment of marketing, sales development, and sales coming together each year, being tied together by revenue operations. And so we have a whole track today on revenue operations. What does that mean? With some of the top players in the industry talking about how they work together to bring all this together and then make it possible to prioritize data and really, really drive the program forward. So I encourage you, go to the agenda, sign up for all the ones that look interesting. And I want to show you a couple of quick things that we've been putting together. As you remember, we talked about the core sales development process. And when we boil it down to the very center of what we do every day, we've got a number of accounts that we can sell to, whether it's a small number on the enterprise side or a large number on SMB. There's people at the accounts that are involved in the decision making or influencing. We have to find out who those people are, get them into the system, start talking to them. Then we have to talk to them. We have to have an interesting value prop and be able to, have a conversation. And so we have to find out if they're willing to move forward and eventually take a meeting with us. This is what we do on a daily basis in sales development. And to that end, when we were looking at iterating the market map for the sales development industry, we wanted to align the market map with the funnel that we work on every day. And so we used to have it just sort of thrown into different quadrants. And so you could have one overlook of the industry, but we actually now have it sort of subdivided into the various sections of the sales development process. And along the side, the explosion of the outsourced services that are there to help you every step of the way. So you can see how at the top it's got your data compliance. In the middle, the sort of meaty middle of it is your sales engagement and sales education. Conversational intelligence continues to make an impact, and it's all captured in your CRM. And so this right now is available for free download over at tenbound.com/market map. And the big, request that we got with the market map was, what do we want to do if we want to double click on that and start to save some of those companies? So we actually have released a free directory. And so if you're looking for any of those tools, any of those services, definitely stop by the directory, take a quick look and sort of use that as a short list. If you are one of the companies on the market map, you can set up a free profile page and start to give this audience your targeted value proposition, case studies, and what's the difference between you and the other companies on the market map. So just a quick way to gather that information is available right now over at tenbound.com. And there's a bunch of stuff over there. I just wanted to make sure we did a total reorg of the page, and we really deep dive into some of those trends. A couple of the reports that we put together lately is an overall research survey report on what are the top tools that sales development reps are using right now. What is the core stack? And put that into a report that's available to our clients or over on the research center. And we also did a survey of what are the best outsourcing companies out there. What are the best ones that you can actually use to reach your goals? And that's available as well in the resource center. So definitely jump on the newsletter of Tenbound. Follow us over on the various social channels. In the email that I sent out yesterday, there's a private LinkedIn group where we'll have a hashtag going of SalesDev 2020. And finally, I'm really excited to announce the Beast Awards. We just have a minute here. The Beast Awards will be posted on the site later today. I want to congratulate, if you're on the call, Armand Farouk of Carta for winning Leader of the Year by a huge margin. Congratulations. And the Best Tech of the Year was Lead IQ. And congratulations, Lead IQ, for winning Tech of the Year. And the Best Run Team of the Year is Brian Vital over at Zoom Info. Armand, congratulations. I see you over there. And finally, we have the SDR of the Year, which I am... Ellie Market of 6 Cents. Congratulations, Ellie. You won a tremendous amount of votes. This is a voting award, so we got a tremendous amount of votes, and thank everybody. So everyone, thank you again for jumping on. Head over to the agenda page, sign up for all the sessions. They're all going to be recorded. They're all going to be available, but definitely want to jump in there so you can ask questions. And we'll see you at the Sales Development Conference 2020. Thank you so much for jumping in.